Hello. In this session, we're going to focus on strengthening our shoulders and our hips together. This is our third part in our series of hips, shoulders. Now we're doing shoulders and hips. So it's going to be a very similar choreography, but at much more intensity. Going to lay on your side. You can use a pillow under your lower ribs or a small towel. One that's not too high, but also one that feels like it does give you some support. And let your head rest on a pillow or block that feels comfortable for you. We did the shoulder exercise and the hip exercise. We're going to put them together. The goal is keeping your torso and hips very still. Top arm, top knee, rotate. Top arm, top knee, rotate down. Again, maintain that small arch to your lower back and down, 9. Specifically, when you move your leg, it's harder to keep the arch to your lower back. 8, people tend to round forward, their whole spine. 7, it just feels like they're going to do something. Breathe deeply. 6, easy, gentle. Keeping the elbow right above your waist. 5, as we practice in our shoulder series, same thing here applies. 4, easy, gentle, breathe. 3, excellent work. You keep keeping your body very still. 2, it's very hard to not twist with the arm and leg together. So what tends to happen, round 2, is that people tend to rotate their whole body to move just the arm and leg. 9, specifically, they want to rotate their pelvis to move their leg. Breathe, that's natural. 8, but that's not the exercise. That's just something different. 7, if the weight feels too much for you, just don't use it. Breathe. 6, head resting, eyes and chest facing forward. 5, great everyone. Control, breathe. 4, very nice work. Breathe. 3, gentle arch to your lower back, looking forward. 2, let your head rest. Elbow stays right above your waist. 1 last round. Breaks are great. You don't need anyone to push and take a break. 10, make sure your top side shoulder isn't coming forward. 9, it's also not going back. It's also not lifting up or down. 8, it's just the upper arm bone rotating. 7, easy, breathe, head resting, gentle. 6, really focus on the arch to your lower back here. Not a big arch. 5, just make sure an arch exists. Breathe deeply. 4, because as the leg gets heavier, we tend to round and really work on 3 other things that are close but no cigar. 2, see, and this series is done with that motion. Top arm, top leg, long. Head resting down. You can always elevate this top leg onto a yoga block, let it rest on the block if it's too uncomfortable with your hip, with your foot being on the floor. Top arm, top leg, lift and lower down. Straight knee facing forward. 9, head resting, breathe deeply. And again, 8, keeping your body very still. We talked about it in our hip series, but people tend to want to lift and move their lower back to lift their hip up. Breathe. When it should just be your thigh and not your lower back moving. You want to keep the same distance of your lower back between the underside. 4, of your waist, the floor side of your waist. 3, easy, breathe, and the waist. 2, so you don't want to move your lower back side to side. Round 2 here, breathe. 10, head resting, breathe, and that can be hard to feel. 9, that's especially where that yoga block, letting your leg rest on the yoga block. 8, may be helpful for that, making the range of motion smaller. 7, so you can access it appropriately. Breathe deeply. 6, easy, gentle. The leg may not go very high. 5, it only goes as high as that straight knee faces forward. 4, head resting, eyes and chest, shoulders, hips, knees facing forward as well. 3, really great job here. Breathe. 2, knee facing forward. Only 1 more round. You can see why we didn't start with this with hips and shoulders together, because it's intense and there's a lot of things to focus on. 9, again, the body's going to want to move when it just needs to stay still. 8, just move your shoulder and arm, your upper arm bone. 7, and your upper thigh bone. That's it. 6, easy, breathe gently. 5, take your time, a little arch to your lower back there. 4, I know it gets fatiguing, take a break. 3, there's no shame in taking a break. Breathe deeply. 2, excellent work there. 1 more time. That was really well done. Now you're going to put your top foot on the floor in front of you, or you can always let that top shin bone rest on a block. The block can be higher if it's more comfortable here, right? Any place that feels good to you. Or you can put your foot on the floor. You're trying to get your hips square as possible and a little arch to your lower back. Here's a place where this pillow under yours might feel like it restricts the range of motion in your leg. Make this pillow thinner or a smaller, less thick towel underneath you, and that will help that sensation. Otherwise, you're good to go. Top arm in front of you. Top arm, bottom straight leg lifts, and then return. Easy. Take your time. 9. And again, to lift the leg, try not to collapse your waist towards the floor. 8, it's just a thigh bone motion, not a torso motion. 7, not a hip motion. Breathe. Thigh bone and upper arm. 6, easy breathe. This is called your humerus, by the way, but people don't know that bone by their name. 4, so I just call it the upper arm bone because everyone knows what that is. Breathe. People generally know what their thigh bone is. 3, easy. Breathe deeply. Of course, maybe I'm making assumptions, but in my experience, people generally know their thigh bone. They don't know the name of their upper arm bone. Breathe deeply. 10, but they do know they do have an upper arm bone. 9, they just don't know what to call it. Easy, which is totally fine. 8, take your time. Gentle, get that straight knee to face forward. 7, keep a little arch to your lower back here. Easy. 6, good everyone. Control, gentle. 5, nice job here. Head resting, breathing. 4, excellent work. Control, easy. 3, the weight doesn't feel good to you, don't use it. Breathe deeply. 2, we've got one more round to go, I believe. I could be wrong. I always get this wrong on this side with this arm and leg. 10, I wonder what that says about me. Take your time. Easy. 9. Again, you may not feel your hip and shoulder directly. 8, what you do want to feel is your body moving? That's what I'm more concerned with. 7, is your torso staying still? 6, do you have a small supportive arch to your leg? Not a tremendous arch. 5, but an arch that does exist, like the arch to the back of your neck. 4, it's really healthy to focus on that. 3, as a means of exercise. Breathe deeply. It comes up a lot. 2, in movement. Breathe deeply. Easy. 1. Yay, excellent work. Bend your knees together, and that side is completed. All right, let's go the other way around. See, nothing to it, and it feels really, really nourishing and strong. Now, again, knees bent together. You might find on this side the cushion's too high feeling. Feel free to push it down some, get a smaller towel, roll it up, make it flatter for yourself, or conversely, make it higher if you need to. Right? We're going to have a little arch to our lower back, knees bent together, elbow bent above your waist. Upper arm bone and shoulder shoulders just stay still. Upper arm bone rotates, top knee, almost forgot, and then return. Hips stay still, a little arch to your lower back. 9, take your time here. Easy, my shoulder's not moving forward or back. 8, it's just the upper arm bone rotating. Breathe deeply. 7, my pelvis, my hips aren't twisting either. It's just my upper thigh bone, my thigh bone. Your upper thigh bone, but your thigh bone. Breathe deeply. 6, it's lunchtime for me if you can't tell. Breathe deeply. 5, little arch to your lower back, gentle. 4, breaks are great, no big deal. Head resting. 3, eyes and chest forward, easy. Breathe. 2, only go as far as your torso and hips stay still. Round 2, here we go. Take your time. 10, gentle arch to your lower back, easy. 9, head resting the whole day. Control, great everyone. 8, beautiful job here. Gentle, breathe. 7, again, the leg may not go as high as you wish it would. 6, easy, breathe. 5, take it hard. It's not about the height of things. 4, what we're focusing on is keeping your torso and pelvis still. 3, and working from there versus move as much as you can and worry about everything else less. 2, different ways of thinking about things. We have one more round to go. Easy, breathe, control. 10, it's really important to know what your torso is doing and your hips are doing. 9, really helpful. Breathe deeply. 8, so that when you do move in larger patterns. 7, you have more awareness and more control. Breathe deeply. 6, and therefore more strength. Breathe, easy. 5, more ease, more joy. Breathe deeply. 4, more everything positive. Nothing negative. 3, it's called marketing. 2, head resting. One more time. Really great job there. Yes. Top leg long, top arm long. Take your time. Now, feel free to elevate that leg on a blocker to make it less intense on your hip. Top arm, top leg lift, knee facing forward and lower down. And again, make sure you're not lifting with your lower back moving, right? It's the thigh bone and upper arm bone. 9, easy. Your waist, 8, should stay still. So the floor side of your waist, the side of your waist. 7, does not increase or decrease its position relative to the floor. 6, you don't increase the space there or decrease the space there. 5, top straight knee facing forward. 4, head resting. Good, everyone. Easy, gentle. 3, gentle. Reach that tailbone behind you. Control. 2, really nice job there. Easy, breathe. We have 2 more rounds to go. Ooh, I almost screwed that up. 10, I'm still debating whether I did 3 rounds of the one before this. 9, but I guess I did. Easy, take your time. Gentle reach. 8, little arch to your lower back. Reach it long away from you. 7, fantastic, everyone. Control. 6, editing is not a thing here. 5, it's just me, and I have no technological capacity, breathe deeply, nor time for to run through videos. Easy, breathe. 3, so it's one take, here we go. 2, that's all I get. Breathe deeply, mistakes and all. Oh, one more round. Oh, this is a nourishing thing. Breathe deeply. 10. I can really feel this in my outer right hip a lot. 9. Doesn't mean you should. That's where I feel it. Breathe deeply. 8. Take your time. Easy. You might feel it differently. 7. You might feel it down the side of your leg. You might feel it elsewhere. 6. You don't want to feel stress in your lower back here or your neck. 5. Take your time. Easy. Gently. Slow control. 4. Breaks are great. Navel towards your heart. Easy. 3. Make sure you don't sacrifice the arch to your lower back. 2, when things do get more intense, take your time, go a little slower and be more specific. That was great. And again, put that top foot on the floor in front of you, bottom leg straight. Again, you can elevate this top shin on a block in front of you. That feels good to you, that's fine. Little arch to your lower back, bottom leg straight, top arm straight forward. Top arm, bottom leg lift and lower. Again, you can make this cushion under your ribcage smaller, not if it feels like it limits your range of motion, because it does a little bit. 8. This does put you into a teeny bit of a side bend, potentially. 7, and that's going to limit 6, the range of motion at that thigh bone here. Take your time, easy. 5, the arm goes directly over your shoulder and not behind. Control, eyes and chest forward. Really great job there. Little arch to your lower back. 3, easy. It's very challenging to keep your torso still during this arm going up and down. It's very challenging. Round 2 of 3. Here we go. Hopefully I remember that. 10, take your time. Easy. Body stays very still. 9. That straight knee just faces forward. 8, and make it ever straighter. It's hard to have a straight knee. 7 takes a lot of focus, a lot of energy, a lot of attention. 6, easy because it wants to bend all the time for many people. 5, making it straight is a good goal. Breathe deeply. 4, you want those fibers to be strong in all positions, not just bent positions. 3, but straight positions as well. Breathe deeply. 2, arm goes directly over your shoulder, little arch to your lower back. Just one last round. I got it right. Oh, thank God. 10, take your time. Try not to twist or rotate the body. 9, it's very challenging here. This foot can be anywhere like we did in the hips earlier. 8, adjust if you need to. 7, take a break. Head resting. Breathe. 6, oh, that feels so energizing. Breathe. 5, gentle arch to your lower back. Breathe. 4, great job to straighten that knee more. 3, oh, it gets so heavy. Breathe deeply. 2, stretch that leg. One more time, stretch that leg. Oh, bend those knees together and come out of there. Really great job. Come on to your hands and knees. Excellent work. Just push back, gently round your spine to release. A little rest. Take a nice deep breath in. Oh, and exhale to release. Excellent work. So I hope you enjoyed the challenge of that. It is very nourishing to keep your torso and pelvis and hips very still while you move your appendages, your arm and leg. That's a great way to think about your exercise practice. You're not just moving things and feeling muscles. That's okay, and that's one way to look at it, but a more foundational way to look at it, specifically for long-term health, is learning what your joints feel like when you move them, but also don't move them. That's really a great way to have a long, healthy practice that'll serve you for your entire life. I hope you enjoyed that. My name is Eric. This is Nucleus Strength. I look forward to getting stronger with you in the future. Yours in good health. Take care.